Here's my book review of Fludd, that's spelled F-L-U-D-D, by Hilary Mantel. Hilary Mantel has gained popularity recently as the author of Wolf Hall and Bring Up the Bodies, the historical novels about Henry VIII and Thomas Cromwell, which inspired the British television miniseries Wolf Hall, aired in the United States on PBS Masterpiece. Mantel won the Man Booker Prize twice, once for each of those books. So I'm reluctant to give anything less than fulsome praise to such an accomplished novelist, but I found Fludd murky and not nearly as captivating as the allusion to its alchemist forebear led me to expect. Robert Fludd was a mystic and alchemist in 16th century England, and although the book's main character almost certainly was named for this historical figure, the real Fludd is only a faint inspiration for the book's story. This novel is all about a small Catholic parish in northern England. The time frame is indefinite, I think, but it feels like the 1950s. The first half of the book describes the mundane travails of Father Angwin and a mostly miserable and impoverished group of nuns. The father must contend with a garrulous bishop who is under pressure to update traditional religious practice by converting to English language liturgy and doing away with idolatrous statuary. The title character Fludd does not appear on the scene until halfway through the book. At this point, the reader won't know what the stakes are, or why he's there, or indeed where the characters want to go. Okay, it's a literary novel, and maybe it doesn't require a genre plot, but I didn't have a hint of what it was all about. Father Angwin assumes Fludd is a priest sent by the bishop to help institute the new practices. Amazingly, his credentials are never in question. In truth, Fludd may be an errant priest, a con man, an emissary of heaven or hell, or even Satan himself. You won't know by book's end. Fludd does achieve transformations in the lives of the clergy, particularly one Sister Philomena, a sweet, gawkish girl who is so unhappy that she doesn't know how much of life she's missing. Fludd induces her to run away with him, introduces her to the joys of the flesh, and then abandons her. She doesn't seem so much disappointed as reborn. Is the allusion to the historical Fludd that this latter-day fellow could work alchemy on people's lives? The book wanted to be more than it was. At least that's what I think I wanted. If I missed the point, I welcome your comments.
Gerald Everett Jones is the author of Bonfire of the Vanderbilts and host of the Get Published radio show.